Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not one for weak parenting. You know what I mean? I would support a lashing here or there if a kid was being, rowdy, or a punishment, take something he really likes away. I'm all for it. Now, that might just be in the way I was raised. They spanked me a few times or whatever. That's neither here nor there. But it never got to the point to where I thought, even as an adult, I would look back and I would say, that was kind of harsh, but I would never think back and say, oh, they were really taking advantage of me. They were abusing me, basically. But this lady took it to a whole other level. We have Miss Shonda Vander Ark. Craziest name I've heard in a minute. Craziest name in these YouTube criminal streets. I'm not going to lie. Shanda Van Der Ark. Okay. Long story short, the lady starved her kid. Starves him until he is no longer with us. Didn't have no food. I'm talking kid got put into ice baths to stay awake. I'm talking all the negative things you would think of as like a parent, all the horrible things that you could think of that this kid went through. She probably dabbled in it. So anyways, I stumbled across this topic on stream, and a few of you guys have been hitting me up in my DMs also about Miss Shanda Vander Ark. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. I have a snip of the stream that we did today. Crazy stream. Go check it out if you remember. But anyways, I just want you guys to see what you think about it, how you feel about the whole situation. Was she a strict mother or was she an abusive mother? That's you guys' answer to hit me with. Obviously, you know where I stand with it after you watch a few minutes of this thing. But anyways, guys, I love you guys. Let's get into this thing and see what happens. Hold up. Let's see one more.
Thank you. Ms. Van Ark, I think we're just finishing up. I was just talking about the ice bath with you. And again, your text was, let him know that if he tries to sleep at all, he'll get another ice bath sometime before you leave for work, and another when I get home. So let's break apart that sentence for just a moment if we can. And that was on March 27th. Let him know that if he tries to sleep at all. Let's start there. This is at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're saying he is not allowed to go to sleep, right?
Yes, sir.
So 3 o'clock in the morning, your 15-year-old child is not allowed to be sleeping. And if he does, he gets an ice bath, right?
Yes, sir.
And he'll get another ice bath, i.e. there's already been an ice bath prior to this text being sent, correct?
No, sir. It would be one and then another, is what it says.
Okay, well, let me read it again and make sure maybe I misread it. Let him know that if he tries to sleep at all, he'll get another ice bath sometime before you leave for work, and another when I get home. There's two anothers in there, isn't there?
Yes, sir.
The first another refers to the first ice bath. In other words, there's already been an ice bath, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, horrible fucking lady. Terrible, disgusting. She, for fucking a fact, gave him an ice bath before the other 2 times that he's about to get one, because it's like, bro is gonna fall asleep. This is literally like a torture mechanism. So you can't go to sleep, and you get sleep deprived for so long, that starts to trip you out in your head. Like, that's a form of torture right there.
I'm not questioning the what's in the text, but I don't know.
Okay. And then sometime before Paul leaves for work, he'll get another ice bath, and then another one when you get home. So 2 ice baths, in addition to the one he's already had, right?
If that's what it says.
And that's for the crime of sleeping.
I don't know what the original, whatever happened before that.
But you know what it was to get him to not do another one, right?
Yes, sir.
Let him know that if he tries to sleep at all.
That's what it says, yes, sir.
Yeah. Might want to toss the ice that is made into some Ziploc bags in the freezer tomorrow for if we need a bunch more.
For if we need a bunch more. This is a school project. Let's see how much we could ice bath the slow kid until he loses his mind. What was? Oh my god! She shook her head like, that sounds so crazy. Damn.
That is made to sleep at all.
That's what it says, yes, sir.
Yeah. Might want to toss the ice that is made into some Ziploc bags in the freezer tomorrow for if we need a bunch more.
Look at how she shakes her head like, they're hearing the real side of me. They're hearing how much I enjoy doing this. Fuck.
think that kind of speaks for itself. We'll move on. Let me show you an exchange from May 9th, 2022. This is pages 5348, 5348, sorry, 5347. Oh, give me just a second. I apologize. Okay, start at page 5340, and this is from May 9th. I don't think you need to read the top one. That's Paul's message. Go ahead and start reading there from May 9th, 2022.
What is daddling anyway? Please make sure Timothy goes into his room with the alarm on when you leave. I should be home not too long after you go, as long as you before you go. And please let me know where you put the alarm when you leave.
All right, let me stop you right there. This is May 9th. And again, you're referring to an alarm, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is, okay.
Go ahead.
Because I know what that's referring to.
Let's keep going.
Okay. KK, thanks. YW, you're welcome. I logged out of that for you, but you will not be allowed to have any devices tomorrow before work unless you manages to get everything done I assign to M standards, which will not be easy. I'm not sure what part of Timothy going nowhere but the bathroom without being watched closely, but he stole a bunch more of the Easter basket today and hid the wrappers behind the washer and dryer because he obviously wasn't watched as he should have been.
Okay, so at this point on May 9th, you're saying that Timothy needs to be watched if he goes everywhere except for the bathroom, right?
He needs to be watched, yes.
She represents Dutch Boy Paint. You guys are... Y'all the real comedians in the comments, I swear to God. Oh, shit.
For committing the crime of what?
We had a combined Easter basket that year, and so I had divvied it out between everybody, and he stole some that was cheese and
What's up, pretty
I don't know if it was
crazy? How
Paul's
you
or mine,
doing?
but
How you doing?
he'd already had his portion of it.
So taking candy from an Easter basket means that he gets watched and can't have any privacy anywhere except the bathroom, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, keep going.
It was a star. What part of watching Timothy closely was unclear? Sheesh.
Let me stop you right there. What part of watching Timothy was unclear? Why was it that you believed at that point that Paul wasn't watching Timothy?
I was correcting, it's the little star. I was correcting what, where was it? Usually if I use the star like that, it was for, to correct something that Siri messed up or something I messed up. I don't know, I'm not sure. I've only got these messages, I'm not sure.
Okay, but the part that you read there said what again?
What part of watching Timothy closely was unclear? Sheesh.
Okay, so you were upset at that point that Paul wasn't watching Timothy closely enough, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the only way you would know that Paul wasn't watching Timothy closely enough is if you were also watching Timothy closely enough, correct?
I don't know at that point. I don't know if somehow I found out about the Easter basket. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we must have been at a baseball game. It was 6:20 p.m., 6:43 p.m. So yeah, I must have been watching him from...
So you're at a baseball game for G, and you're watching Timothy and Paul to make sure Paul's watching Timothy closely enough. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you remember all this text exchange?
No, sir, I don't.
You don't remember this at all?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Keep reading.
Okay, there's no way that was today, Mama. Don't blame me. He
That's
literally...
Paul, right?
Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's Paul, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He literally
They have
never
an
had the
odd
opportunity...
relationship, her and Paul. It's almost like this controlling dynamic. It's almost like Paul goes to work and shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's old enough to have his own brain. And she still has him, like, under her thumb. It's like he's mentally stunted. Like, he still feels like he needs her. Like, I feel like you need your mom emotionally. You don't need her in any other aspect when you go to a certain level. You need her for support. You need her wisdom. But if you know she's crazy, you should be old enough to make your own decisions. Like, after age 16, 17, you should start forming your own opinions about things and not just, you know what I mean? It's not an excuse for him to be doing all this stuff. It's nowhere close to an excuse. By age 16 into 17, you're already forming your own opinions. You're already kind of going against your mom because you think she don't know nothing, you know, the whole nine. Then you grow up and you realize, oh, she really knew what she was talking about. Oh, this and that. But, a big but. But if your mom is fucking crazy, you should also be able to pick up on that. Because kids in the real world have picked up on that. Like, we just did the other case with Ruby Frankie where she was tying up her kid and he ran away. How old was that kid? 12. Bruh? Bro is 12. She has 5. Damn, she has 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? A 12-year-old was smart enough to realize his mom was off her rocker. So this grown-ass man should have known as well. That's all I'm saying.
You need to steal anything. I made sure of that.
All right, now your response to that is?
When he was putting clothes on my bed, he did actually. And watch, it's ye tone with me. Should have been the, not ye.
Right. So you knew that Timothy had done something when he was putting clothes away?
Yes,
right?
sir.
And the only way you would know that is by monitoring the cameras, right?
Yes, sir. I never gave him permission to even set foot in your room. I swear he must have done it when I went to the bathroom.
Okay, keep going.
He's trying to get me in trouble here,
This
Mom.
is all Paul, right?
Yeah, this is Paul.
Okay.
And I told him to go to his room when I did. I brought him downstairs with me so his sneaky butt escaped. I watched him go into his room.
And what's your response there?
I said he said he never asked, but I've mentioned before you need to take him downstairs when you go to the bathroom so he can't escape.
All right,
Yes.
Let me just.
Okay.
I think we can stop there. You don't remember sending these text messages?
No, sir.
No memory from this time period.
So, Bandits, they say the weirdo moms always pick the one child and abuse that one particular child over all the others. I mean, over and over again. Certainly not in my family. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know. She just didn't like him. Maybe she reminded him too much of his father. Maybe he was too. I don't know. She just didn't like him. And the way it's sounding is like Timothy is not disabled to the point where he can't function. I feel like he functions a little too much for her. That's her problem.
No, sir.
Because of all the blackouts, all the tunnel vision, all the PTSD, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He said he never asked, but I've mentioned before you need to take him downstairs when you go to the bathroom so he can't escape. That was what you said, though, right?
Yes, sir.
You actually used the phrase.
I like how the lawyer was like, "Oh yeah, but you don't remember all of that because of the blackouts and the PTSD and all that, right? Yeah. Yep.
Escape in relation to your 15-year-old child,
Apparently, yes, sir.
as if he was some prisoner.
No, sir.
Well, who else needs to escape but a prisoner? I'll withdraw that. May 9th, right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
You don't remember that at all.
No, sir.
When was Mother's Day 2022?
I don't remember, honestly.
If I told you it was May 8th, would you have reason to doubt that?
No, sir, not at all. I believe you.
Mr. Johnson was asking you, and you were very eager to tell him about something that you remembered happening on sometime just after Mother's Day, right?
Correct.
That Timothy got on a scale and weighed 108 pounds.
104.
104 pounds. I'm sorry. I'm glad you corrected me. I wrote it down as 104 pounds, right? It's amazing your memory is that good that you can remember what your son weighed sometime after May 8th, but you can't remember talking about having him escape. Would you care to explain that to the jury?
Yes, sir. That happened with the PTSD, with everything else that was going on.
Ma'am, people who have PTSD don't refer to the PTSD. Oh yeah, I was PTSDing, you know. The PTSD was really PTSDing at that moment, so only that certain moment I don't remember. Like, dog, get it together. I know her lawyer's in the corner, her lawyer's in the corner doing this shit. He's doing one of them sideways things. He craving some nicotine because, this chick is fucking it up. Oh yeah, the PTSD kind of caused me to.
I would, especially when I got stressed, it would.
It would start to PTSD when she got stressed. It would start to all the memories just kind of like erase. You know, a little. That shit is wild.
And, I mean, I can't, for lack of a better term, blacking out. Pretty much any time my stress level went up, and it wasn't up that day that we did weighed the dog.
So you can't remember all of these text messages about the ice baths and the hot sauce and the zip ties and the handcuffs, but you remember over 18 months ago that your son weighed 108 pounds sometime after Mother's Day 2022, correct?
104, yes, sir.
104.
Well,
You got it down. You're right.
He
104
made
pounds.
well. He made a comment that just things like that will stick out to me sometimes. And when he couldn't pick the dog up, bear in mind this is a service dog in training, so he's used to getting commands. And Timothy, I remember he put his hands on his hips and looked at Sharma and said, "Next time you get to pick me up." And the dog tilted his head like, "I don't understand that command." And that struck me. It sticks in my head. I don't know why, but that sticks in my head.
What day was it?
I don't know what day of the week it was, sir. It was during the week.
But how long after Mother's Day was it then?
I don't remember, sir. I know the reason I know it was after Mother's Day is because Mom, my mother-in-law, for probably the last 4 or 5 years, as a Mother's Day gift, has given me cherry tomato plants and then miniature cucumber plants, and I keep them in like plant bags. I normally have a black thumb, I admit it, but I've managed to keep these alive pretty well. And I had just, when I came upstairs to weigh the dog, I had just gone downstairs and checked on my plants. So the plants were outside then.
So she was able to keep the... It's funny how she said, I was able to keep the plants alive pretty well, but you couldn't even keep your damn human alive pretty well. Them plants are doing good, though. Them plants are doing real good. And I'll tell you one thing. Plants are not easy to keep healthy. Those fuckers will dry up and die on you for no reason. They'll catch some type of virus, fungus, whatever the fuck, and just die. And you'll be over here watering it, flushing it with nutrients, wondering why the shit don't grow. I have some experience with plants that don't work and don't grow. You're able to keep your plants alive. That might take hours from your day if the plant got sick or whatever. It might take hours out of your day researching, trying to figure out what to do with it, but you can't keep your fucking human alive that just eats and shits. Pretty simple. You feed it, it shits, and that's pretty much the end of it. Give it some water. I mean, I ain't no father, but I feel like that's the basics of understanding. Like, it ain't no craziness to it. You know what I'm saying? So, come on now.
It was after Mother's Day. I just don't know when.
Plants never missed a feeding then.
She is in a doom spiral. Fact. Wait, let me back it up. Hold on.
To weigh the dog, I had just gone downstairs and checked on my plants. So the plants were outside then, so I know it was after Mother's Day. I just don't know when.
Plants never missed a feeding then, did they?
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh, the lawyer was for sure going for that. I didn't even... the plants never had no problem getting food, right? You know, while your son is over there starving at 104, not 8 pounds. Cool. Type shit. Okay.
When I came upstairs to weigh the dog, I had just gone downstairs and checked on my plants. So the plants were outside then, so I know it was after Mother's Day. I just don't know when.
Plants never missed a feeding then, did they?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
What's argumentative about it? She's proud of herself and keeping plants alive.
Plants never missed a feeding.
Mr. Roberts says it's an irrelevant question, so sustain.
It doesn't even Heather. He said the question. The jury's right there. I love when they're like, "Objection, Your Honor. He cannot say that. Swipe that from the record. That will not be put on the record." Yo, the jury's right fucking there. The jury's like, okay, let me just rewind that out of my brain. Come on now. Everybody's thinking it. The fact that he got the objection for being argumentative is probably what the prosecutor wanted. He knew that objection was coming. He said it for the objection, so we could hark on it. We could pause and think about it. So the jury could be there like, yeah, but why is he objecting? But that is a valid question. Like, the plants got fit. Come on now. These guys are miles ahead of everything. That was his plan. He wanted that objection.
Testimony is Timothy weighed 104 pounds sometime after May 9th, correct?
Yes, sir.
That doesn't look anything like 104 pounds, does it?
No, sir.
And that's not even a month, that's barely a month after May 9th, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I lose weight very quickly. I'm assuming he got that from me.
Okay.
And again, the response to this was give him red, right?
If that's what the text message says, yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson asked you about the
That's why she was so specific about, 104 pounds. No, 104 pounds, yeah. 104. Not 108, 104 pounds. Yeah, lady. Yeah, it's because that motherfucker was probably 60s. A smooth 70 pounds. If you look through the paper, you could kind of see his body. And it looks small. 60, he literally said 69 pounds in the comments. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he was in the 60s club.
Between you and Paul during the ice bath, the last day, the day before Timothy died, and you were observing that ice bath from work, right?
I glanced in on it. I wasn't observing the whole time. I couldn't.
You weren't observing the entire time?
Not the entire time. I glanced in on it.
Whenever you'd send a text message, you were also looking at the camera, weren't you?
No, I wanted Paul to think I was.
She's shaking.
No,
I
wanted.
love that hand lift, the hand gesture. This is her hand. Yeah. Go. Yeah, let me put that hand back down. She is shaking. And it's not because she saw that picture. It's because she's watching her life pass before her and say, it was a pretty good run. But that's it for me, y'all. Mic drop. It's a mic drop moment.
Paul to think I was.
Mr. Johnson asked you if you remember the text about, honestly, tell me if you think this is all fake. Remember that?
Vaguely.
You vaguely remember that text?
Yes, sir.
So you can remember the text where it tries to provide you with a defense to this, but you can't remember any of the horrible things that you did to Timothy. Is that your testimony here today?
No objection from either side. She was waiting for her lawyer to save her on that shit. She was waiting for it. She's like, lawyer, judge, help. The lawyer was sitting over there like, man, I don't know what to tell you. That's a valid question. I can't really, you know what I mean? The validity of that question's too real.
Provide you with a defense to this, but you can't remember any of the horrible things that you did to Timothy. Is that your testimony here today?
Waited for a lawyer.
I don't have any control over what I can remember and what I don't, sir.
You recall Paul's testimony yesterday about what he did in response to that photograph that he sent you and about saying we really need to feed him, Mama? I think we actually need to feed him, I believe is the actual text.
Yes, sir. I remember his testimony.
And what was his testimony?
That he gave him peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I guess he cooked him some eggs.
That was the first time you'd heard about that, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And that was not his instructions, was it?
No, sir, but that was fine. I had no problem with that.
Well, why did you just tell him to make him some eggs in the first place then?
Because I didn't think of it. I was in the middle of something.
I think we actually need to start feeding him, and the only thing you can come up with is...
Amanda said the coworkers looked at her. I'm just going to summarize it. Her coworkers said she looked at the camera so much to the point that it was interfering with her work. You know when you're texting a girl and you're like super into her, it's like, hee, no, she's so cute. You know, you're texting back and forth like a dumbass, and it starts interfering with your work. Imagine having such a vendetta against your son, your 15-year-old, that you're in the rainbow's face of a texting relationship. You're over here looking at this fool through the camera, obsessed. Just go home and deal with him then. Yeah, man, listen to me. This lady's sick.
Instead of Paul thinking to give him scrambled eggs, is give him some bread.
What's good, Uncle Pop? How you doing?
That's all you could think of.
I mean, I don't know. I was in the middle of something. I wouldn't have thought of eggs anyway, not in the middle of the day.
You said that you would, the punishments, and I guess this 3 o'clock in the morning one about not letting him sleep or he gets an ice bath, so he's got to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. You said that was because he would keep you guys up in the middle of the night or wake you up in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Oh, so it's revenge. Yeah, bitch. What do you think? What do you think of keeping us up? We gonna keep you up. Imagine you did that to your 4-year-old child or your 3-year-old. No, let's say like your 1-year-old, right? The 1-year-old screaming through the night. So you're like, yeah. Every time he falls asleep, you smack his ass, wake him up, crying. Yeah, you gonna wake up now, You gonna wake up now because you kept me up all night. Yeah, stay up. Like that is psycho mentality. She's saying, yeah. You know, yeah, that seemed fair. Like, lady, she's spiraling, guys, downward. It's not looking good.
And again, you did really well on the logic and reasoning portion of the LSAT exam. Can you explain the reasoning behind keeping somebody awake when they're keeping you awake?
To show them how it feels.
But they're already awake, aren't they?
It made sense to me, sir. Now that you ask it, but it doesn't seem to make sense, but it made sense to me at the time.
You didn't actually mean that as punishment. That was just out of spite. You were just angry with Timothy for keeping you awake, weren't you?
No, it was meant as a punishment, sir.
But it's also a punishment for yourself because you have to stay awake as well, don't you?
I don't sleep much anyway, but yes, sir.
Or Paul has to stay awake, right?
Yes, sir. Paul's an insomniac as well.
Oh yeah, they're all.
You testified that you gave Timothy a warm bath the night before he passed away. That last night, July 5th. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
That was the first time you've told anybody connected to this case that you'd done that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You never told the police officers you did that, did you?
No, sir.
I didn't think it was relevant.
And I imagine a warm bath sounds just like, it's just what it sounds like, right? You got him, you took him to the bath, you grew a warm bath for him, and you put him in the bathtub, right?
Yes, sir.
This is hours before he dies, right?
Yes, sir.
You look like that when you put him in the bathtub?
She didn't even throw up.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, guys. Is she gagging herself?
In the bathtub?
You hear that dry ass cough? She's not vomiting. But I would have bent over in my lap and at least shoved the finger down my throat so I could have really vomited. But it seems like she's failing at that too. She's spitting. She's spitting on the floor.
I'm sorry.
She's trying to gag herself. She sucks at it.
Yes. Ms. Vander Ark, do we have a trash can? You did?
She's gagging herself. She's. Oh my god.
Removed. All right, please rise.
Everybody knows this bullshit. The judge over there, he knows this bullshit. He's like, man, I wish the jury could see this shit. I wish the jury could see this clear spit that she keeps spitting into the fucking trash. He's like, I wish they could see this bullshit. Look at this shit. The prosecution attorney knows it's fake. Defense attorney knows it's fake. They're just like, guys. Look at him. He's disgusted. He's like, this bitch is really lying. Judge is the most disgusted. I ain't gonna lie. It's Goody all day with AG family. I appreciate you, Green Eye Bandit. Hell yeah. Shout you out. That is a beautiful thing. Shout out everybody shout out Bandit, man. She's such a dope ass person out here with donating and shit. Low me. I appreciate you, Green Eye. Judge is disgusted. Judge is like, this lady is such a liar. I like that they keep the camera on the judge because he's just like, bro. He's like, I got a story to tell the wife. Oh shit, I don't even know if he could tell his wife about an ongoing trial, but you know he still be telling his wife about that shit. Shit. I'll go straight home and be like, yeah, babe. And this lady started putting a finger down her throat and trying to act like she was throwing up. Shit was so embarrassing. Like, I'm still embarrassed, and I wasn't the one even faking it. Like, the secondhand embarrassment was too strong, honey. He's eyeballing her. Not a good move to fake. Makes her look even worse. And it's so obvious. Like, if she just went over and was like, "Gah!" You know, and just let all her shit out, then it would have been cool. But she's not even good at faking it. She's cutting into his lunch. She's pissed. Ha! Nah, bro. This shit. Oh, and somebody earlier said she has the prison mom ponytails, or like the prison hairstyle. That makes a lot of sense. So I didn't think about that. That's exactly what she has. So one of her little prison girlfriends got her and braided her up real quick.